mechanically be moved to the next level. And yesterday, when I was looking at some of the agencies, their own organogram and the kind of vacancies that they have, you could see that, yes, there are some places where people need to fill. But one of the things that I also heard, which I will look into real details, is that almost everyone, especially the Ghana police, almost everyone that needed to be promoted had been promoted. I will look into it, because where I sit now, I'm a designate and I don't have all the full facts, but it is a lot of concern that I've also heard, and I think it is worth looking into. One thing I can assure you, my colleague, is that I believe that we need to codify the processes, document them. I mean, I've worked largely in the private sector. You know that annually you'll be reviewed, you'll be assessed, and the assessment will be shown to you yourself. You agree with some, you have the opportunity to question some, and at the end of the day, it will be filed. So the way sometimes our security services, I don't know how we'll be able to do it, but like I said, because they are experts who can learn from other jurisdictions how they do it, the way it is mechanical, some go to sleep, others are breaking their back to help the system, and then everybody just wake up, oh, it is time for promotion, then we'll all get promoted. I don't think that itself encourages people to give in their best. So we'll look at how to do it in a way that it doesn't demotivate the men and women, but also make sure that it is based on merit and not just give away, because they say at least 4 years. Yes, because if it is on merit, someone could do 2 years and get promotion because of some specific thing, but you need to document those processes so everybody knows that we all know, if I'm able to do 4 terms in parliament, this is how it can happen. If I'm able to do A, B, C, D, this is the benefit that I can get. I'm sure when we are able to put all those things on paper and it is known and people are educated very well on it, when those promotions are happening, I'm sure people will be largely satisfied. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I would like to
follow up on the last question.
Yes, just a little advice. Yes, just a follow up.
A follow up.
Yes. Very
on the promotion of the officers.
Very brief. Yes, sir. I would like to avert the mind of the nominee to the police service policy. A policy to the effect that officers, I stand for correction though, because I can see a lot of police officers here. Officers do not stay or remain at one post or unit for more than 5 years. I believe that the honorable nominee, when he assumes office, I believe he would. He said he's not a master, but I believe that he's a master in his own right. I believe that when he assumes office, he must have this policy to ensure that officers, if it is time for them to be transferred, they move so that others can also grow. Mr. Chairman, with this, I once again like to congratulate my friend for his nomination. I have confidence and trust that he will do that which is right for this country. He is a man, what you see is what you get. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Please, your response to.
Well, Chair, what I would simply say is that, for example, because he's mentioned the police, there are 3 tiers of 3 groups within the police service. And as you may know from article 200 all the way to 205, where it talks about the Ghana Police Service, it is the president that has the sole prerogative to promote individuals from ACP upwards. That's Assistant Commissioner of Police upwards. Then you have from, I think, superintendent up to the ACP2 can be done only by the police council. Then you have from the recruits all the way to chief inspector, that one is done by the police administration. So because of these 3 tiers, some largely are not in the hands of the senior men. But like you rightly said, these are things that is worth looking into, and I can assure you, my honorable colleague, I will ensure that fairness and equity is done. Thank you very much, Chair.
Thank you so much. I'll proceed to give the floor to Honorable Dominic Nitiwul.
Welcome back to Parliament. Yes, but welcome back to Parliament. I'm not in Aba. The chiefs will charge me. My honorable friend, Honorable Mutaka, the nominee, I've known you in Parliament here over the last 16 years. I worked with you in opposition for 8 years, and I also worked with you in government for 8 years. Hopefully, once God gives us life, we'll work together for another 4 years. You in government, me in opposition. Then after that, we'll exchange roles again. But let me congratulate you, sincerely. And I'm very happy for you. There are reasons why I'm happy for you. You know them. So I'll congratulate you sincerely. I'm going to ask you public interest questions. Just simple public interest questions. Honorable, my first question is about professionalism of the 10 agencies under your ministry, all of them. I want to find out from you and to say that whilst asking this question, particularly the Ghana police, in ranking them over the period, I would say in West Africa, over the last for improvement, we don't just want them to be the best in West Africa or Africa, but the world. So they are, because of those same concerns. How are you going to ensure that motorists are not stopped on the way and harassed by agencies under your jurisdiction or your ministry, either on the road, in their houses, or any other place? Also, the few ones who would stop people and pick something from them, money in particular, how do you intend to ensure that we eradicate that in forever? It should not be part of it. That's the professionalism I'm talking about. Added to that, it's still part of professionalism, so it's one question. Added to that, how do you intend to ensure that agencies that work under your ministry, when it comes to land issues, only act lawfully, but not because somebody has the might or somebody has the stature in society? These two things, they are all around professionalism, and they are public interest things. People suffer a lot in this country because of these two things. Motorists, people get beaten on the roadside. I have serious examples that maybe later I will discuss with you. But I want you to tell the public how you will address these issues so that by the time you leave office, these issues are not there any longer. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. I mean, my honorable colleague, he's been a defense minister for 8 years, so he really knows what he's talking about. Yes, I agree with you. You and I have been in Pan-African Parliament, so we travel across the continent. And sometimes when you get to some other countries and you look at their police, you then begin to appreciate what you have, despite the challenges that continue to confront us. I agree with you. Fortunately, in the handing over the transition document, it shows that we've started using body cameras at the police. 800 is in their hand, and about 30,800 is being procured. And according to the fact that I saw, it says that the procurement process is complete. One of the things that I would do through the police council, remember, I'll just be a member of the police council, where truly with these experts will put and fashion how to safeguard all of us. We will ensure that if you are a police officer that you have to step out, then you have to have your body camera on, so that it takes away all the ambiguity and the troubles. Because when you put the body camera on, everywhere you are being recorded, not only you and your environs. So that if you are on the road extorting money, it will show. If you are brutalizing others, it will show. whatever other thing that you are doing, the body camera will record and to show what you are doing. So I believe that the hierarchy of almost all the agencies are also concerned when they hear some of these complaints, and they've been making frantic efforts to make sure that it goes down to the barest minimum. And we must also admit, in the what you call some time now, you don't see much of this harassment on the road, but you still see packets of it. We must do everything to make sure that they remain professional, and the only way to take this ambiguity, in my view, Honorable Minister, Honorable Chair, is to have the body camera on, and then insist and make sure that everybody adheres to it. Secondly, with regards to the land issue, all of us have been victims. I've had an incident of where you legitimately acquire a land, and then you are called that, some guys have come on, and then you call the police. The police that you call are on their way to the place. You get there, and another person have called the police, also called police, and both are coming from the same station. And I was wondering, how did this happen? That I will call from one station, police move. The same station, another person calls, they move, and they came and met there, two of them, two vehicles, and they were all from the same station. I said, okay, then let us all go to the station. And yet, me, who have legitimately acquired mine, I'm holding my document. The other person who called the others, he is not there, but he was able to call the police to come. And then you go to the police, now they realize it is you. Who is the other person who called you? Oh, no, that one, you see, I cannot divulge that to you. I said, what is that? And then, so what you are saying is a legitimate thing. And you've seen people lose their legitimate land. And I mean, with this land, I believe that, Mr. Chair, I know when the Minister for Lands, the nominee for lands comes here, we may have to fast track the proper documentation of all the lands in the country, because they are digitalized. I can tell you, and I'm sure Chair is aware of this, where someone, in trying to beat the system, went and backdated the document and said that he bought the very land that I said I bought in 1995, but he paid the monies in Ghana cedis. When in 1995, we didn't have Ghana cedis. And that's how the person got caught. Because he said he paid it in Ghana cedis. And in 1999, there was no Ghana cedis. So you see these things are really happening. But like you rightly said, with professionalism, these are experts. I would demand that the professionalism, that the standard that they've set for themselves, they should hold themselves to it. And I can assure you, honorable colleague, that I know it's not going to be easy, because that will require change of attitude, change of behavior, a mindset. But we'll dare and make effort to get them to be professional. And I'm sure once they are professional, most of these things, even if they don't fizzle away, you will have very minimum of it. Thank you very much, Chair.
Thank you. Any further questions?
Yes, just one little question on the professionalism. Will you consider setting up, I know the police already have it, immigration, all your agencies have it, but will you consider setting up a complaints unit under your ministry itself and uplift you to the status of a director, where citizens can go and complain direct without being intimidated, or they have that feeling that they will be intimidated? If there's not one, will you consider doing that?
Mr. Chairman, I mean, this is a very legitimate thing. I have had that serious concern. You know, currently what the police, what they do is that when something happens, then the police themselves will say they have the police professional, what do you call it, they have the PIPs, where they will be investigating the issue. I believe that we need to have an independent body that composed with other persons, not necessarily police alone, investigating these complaints. The Standard Bureau, the Independent Police Standard Bureau, that we've seen in other jurisdictions, we need to be able to do that. And together with the hierarchy of the police administration, we'll take steps to do that. And Mr. Chair, my colleague was right. I remember when the 7 young men in my constituency were shot and killed. And then I remember the then Minister of Interior came to Parliament and said, Monica, we are going to investigate. I say, I've had many of that have been investigated by the police and I never heard anything. I insisted, and then that push for an independent committee to be set, which was chaired by a high court judge. And the result was different, because it came out that they were not armed robbers, they were just killed. And we had to even pay compensation. So there are examples of when we insist that the police alone should not investigate, actions have been taken. I must also admit, there have been instances where the police themselves also investigated alone and have been able to find culprits and punish them. But I believe that if we are able to have an independent police standard bureau, or it's like we've seen in other jurisdictions, it will put the trust of the ordinary citizen more to be able to call and make the complaint than just to leave it with the police. And not only the police, it's the same with the prisons, the same with the National Fire Service, the same with immigration and other agencies that are under the Ministry of Interior. So I can assure my colleague that we'll do that. But whether to do it in the ministry is something that I will look at its possibility. Maybe a director to ensure that those agencies have, because remember, these are professional bodies that are well trained and they are expert. All we need to do as a team is to ensure that they are acting right and they are doing what is right. Once we get them to do that, maybe I can designate a director who will be supervising to ensure that all of them set this thing. But I doubt whether it will be useful to have it at the ministry, where if something happens in the prison, you call the ministry. If something happens at the fire service, you call the ministry. At NADMO, you call the ministry. At all the other, call the ministry. I think it may be too difficult, unwieldy. But we can get these institutions to do that and make sure that those committees or bureaus that they may set will be working and working effectively. Thank you very much, Chair.
Thank you. Any further questions?
No. So the second question so the second question is also a public interest question. Ghana has been consistently ranked by many organizations to be the second most peaceful country in West Africa over the last 5 years. It tells you that agencies under your watch and others who work with them are doing a very, very good job. The public will want to know from you, or I want to know from you, what steps, specific steps, are you going to take that will ensure that Ghana does not regress backwards to those olden days when people are afraid to sleep in their houses, people are scared because maybe armed robbers are coming to attack them, or highway robbery will be on the increase? And secondly, how will you ensure that the country, Ghana, is still the destination for many, many people because it's peaceful? Because that's what we sell. We don't have the population like other countries, but we sell ourselves because we are very peaceful people. And our country has been peaceful. People go out and cry in the night, they are okay. I want to find out how you, because your ministry, you have agencies that have the direct responsibility for law enforcement. If they work, we are okay. If they don't work, we are in trouble. So I want to know the specific steps you are going to take with your agencies to ensure that they get it, including steps to ensure that morale within your services are high. Including steps to ensure that morale within the services are high. Because if morale is high, they will give you the best. So link the two. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. I will start with the second one, which is easier to talk about. I mean, I'm happy that we all know that morale, once their morale is high, I mean, they will give you the best. And obviously, having known the finance minister, and we worked for all these years, I will do everything humanly possible to let him appreciate this, that he will be able to rook in more money. If the agencies under the ministry that I'm going to be a team are working very effectively and the country is so peaceful, people are willing to come in and invest, he will be able to rook in more money. So he must ensure that we're able to support them with their emolument, allowances and what have you. But I know morale is not only about money. It's also about fairness and just. if you have a system where everybody believes that I'll be treated right, even when I go wrong, when I'm going to be punished, it will be measured. It will be based on the level of my mistake or my crime. It will raise the morale of people. So I'll be looking at that, and I'll put a lot of premium in trying to get the team that I'll be working with to ensure that the morale is high. But when it comes to the specific things, Honorable colleague, you are the defense minister, I keep saying this, and you know we have the national security, strategic plan. And in that plan, ours is to have, ours, when I say ours, I'm talking about where, by the grace of God, if this committee approves of me, with my team, ours is to ensure our internal safety. And you know that we need to have the national policing strategy by the Ghana Police Service. We need to be able to have the land borders strategy for the Ghana Immigration Service. We need to have the narcotic control framework for the Narcotic Control Board. We need to have the small arms and live weapons strategy for managing small arms and guns. We need to be able to have a national strategy for the prisons, the National Fire Service, fire preventive strategy. These are the specific things that I will task my team, that everyone who is heading his area should ensure that that strategy is in place and that strategy is being followed. If we can have that strategy, which is there, and I know you have been at the Defense Ministry and you've done a lot of work already, and the document is there, I, as a member of the team, will just be coordinating to ensure that all the team members are doing their work right, and we'll have a timetable that shows at every point in time where we should be with our strategy and what they are doing specifically within that strategy, and periodically review and monitor progress. Once we're able to do this, Chairman, I can assure you we'll remain safe. People will be willing to come and invest in our country. There will be better opportunities to be able to meet the vision and aspiration of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama as he sends me there to represent him. So
Appointment committee eguso awomo etnasi achese eye ministers ahodra John Dramani Mahama wa elect womo no wo muguswa etoto wo ma no ahwese senyame ya adom na se parliament approve womo a womo ba niema ben en womo be ye den no betumi aye de aboa the president elect John Dramani Mahama na chese 4 years a wo ba betwa so obehwe so o man Ghana be fa ntuma pay from man Ghana ebetumpo na ebekọ nanim no den na wo mu betimi aye na muntaka na so far no chese vet no we gina ne naso ankasa chese ndie questions no wo mo toma no na chese ndie wa chest no de nitia bobi ensem de wa pro bebie na de egu ho no ma chese ne de ya matena si ye bewrewre mu ni ade na ne nsema wode atodwa no ya hwese ye parliament approve mana wobetumi aboa John Dramani Mahama anase wontumi emwa John Dramani Mahama mame ma show down wahwefo nyina akwa abashon komidin ene nana ya sewa na ene de ya yatena CD na moniti ase de ekoso wo man Ghana no ye ba betwetwe ho enkomo de sefata se ye mamu huni ade nyina no yatena se ewo show down dwumedie iso no ye ade ye be mamu nyina mahumu amohwe ewo Kumasi online TV monso amohwe ewo Tik TV ene Friends of Ken TV nyina no nyankopon enshamu ina ye papa just January die kwa na ekotiri happens to be 24th of January 2025 ye sha ase enche sa na so eja twedi apo nyankopon ne humo bradom no aso ye so akwa ne se wode ye ko empire na eguso a ebo ehwese obehu ye mobo na 2025 nso no bibia betumi akoye ede amayen enede no agentwe biara wo bia nsemi ayede besom no na eja wode afa comment section na se ede amammetinamu ede amamiankasa menua bema wo fadanso je adwuma na ehwan kasa nti no ko beebi okọ akọboabo nsem fofora no nyame adoma Monday wono ankasa beba betena adwumadie mu na chese niema wokọpẹ edi aba besom no wama mu nyina no mso atimi atibi na niema de ekoso ewo krom hanim si ankasa Muntaka our ye minister kane no I think at most time no wono na ye minister for youth and sport even though na challenges kakra ewo hono but na obor adwuma no obor no homodi ankasa sisi ane de minister for interior and also no vet no guso ekoso minim se de wesi fa sha se a wo answer the questions ni ade no ye den ya parliament ebe approve no beba be ye minister for interior ewo kromanim say na ono so etumi aboa na niema papa na etumi akoso na eba no oman Ghana hanom say na ade ba ko ha adwinye papa especially yenuanom a wo mo prisoners won na omedi boni a wo mo prisons no wo meduane die mu bebi a wo mo da ene ade nyina no aya na enkoyie entwaye bi onoma wutumi hu aduane ni bitumi ba social media yi so ene grano soup pa wo hwe grano soup ni a sebi esen ye national cathedral swimming pool na na wo hodo no eni efe kra se ye no but ene de no Muntaka de nsem bi etudwa Muntaka eka bibi se nyame ya adom na se parliament for to me approve no na obeye minister for interior ade ba ko obehwe yie papa ye prisoners no wo meduane a wo mu di ene ade wo kasa no the country bi to say Kenya mfanto no say sorry say ukopie mu wo Kenya most times no aya na cars ahodro ewo honom wo mo number plate ni ade nyina no aya na ye prisoners no na ye ukopie mu o Kenya ye bie di atum di ama wo mo wo apese wo ye carpenter obetumi aye wo apese bia wo be ye painter ni ade nyina no ye kire wo mo nti at the end of the day no nipa no kra be free prison beba back to the normal daily life no na wosua bibia wotumi ede ba be bone so be pie mu o man Ghana hanum se ni dia aya na niema entesa ewo hanum se ntu no de nyame ya adom na se obeye minister for interior ade ba ko obehwe yie papa ne se wona wo mu prisoners no obi abenya nsanu adwuma ye nti at the end of the day no uwie wo sentence no kra na opie ba abonten a uwe adwuma wo ba beye na wonsan so enko bone a kane no na wo ma edu kopie mu ewo prison no saa so na woka bibi se na ye se bi ye nkraman ne ye modom kra wo mu ofie kra no at the end of the day bia no wo bikabu ono ma ne kraman etimi spend beye 200 cedis a day na so ende ye nuanom a wo mu prison si each person bia kra no or spend 1 cedi 80 pesos or se no so ya de a entwa ye kra ntino nyame ya adom no ba saa ne ma we nyina no wo betimi ach dinani akohonom ahye said ye be ya wono mu prison honom ne de ase ogina honom che me hwe ya de aje se eda na koma so ye papa ono ankasa ehunu se nyame ya adom na wo ba wo channel na energy ekọ honom a eniema bebre na ena ebetumi aboa saso ena osei chei mensa bonsoso wo de nsem aba abonti ane nsem a wo de tudwa no wo se ebra na Dr. Mahama-MUBARAK epe running mate no ye hu a lot of news and na eche se osei chei mensa bonsu ebetumi aboa ntine nde wo mon select osei chei mensa bonsu ni ade na so at the end of the day no me kunuma ade nyina Matthew opoku prempe napo ne din ene ba bonte eno ena ne de no wo sai che mensa bonsu kasa mo amadwen yam se bia Dr. Mahama-MUBARAK yi ne ba ko hye ne nsa ena wo de kwafa napo mama adwen yam sakra no no ankasa mu no ebra no wo mo pe wo bia wo beba be support Dr. Mahama-MUBARAK na 2024 akansie no wo metumi akọ edi nkonim no wo tutu nani 16 regions ni nyina no wo hu se napo ene obi a no obetumi aboa yie papa nti se ye fa napo as running mate edi aka Dr. Mahama-MUBARAK no wono wo sei che mensa bonsu na wo di mu ntintima na wo ginemu ankasa no ye na adwen se wo ye kwa akofo obi fufuro bia napo na ena na ope nti no news na e wa abonten ni ade na odi ya oni ade oso de bi onu pensi bia ni na kumemu woni obi ni issue bia oni napo ntem ye kama saso eno ne Dr. Mahama-MUBARAK so ntem eye kama ba no ope obi a at the end of the day ni posanka Dr. Mahama-MUBARAK etumi win election na otwa ne table wi anu omo obi obe replace ti sese de na na rodan ko egufo ado wo be wie ne table de Dr. Mahama-MUBARAK baaye no omo so po obi anka ba omi awini ye na anka ba omi aso kwa wo mo beni obi obe replace nti wo mo hye no na poni obi a obetumi abo enye se wono no won sem fata o wo so ose fata ejuma de wo bobia nkasa ukopie mo ye parliament house de a wo ye ejuma de nipa betumi aye nyina no wo ye ajeso no kra no se wo ba be ye mampeni wo krom ha no sheda nye surprising but na opese o ma doctor Matthew Opoku Prempe mi ankasa mi kunu no be so anko ma na chance ye be rem ho no nso na eja yetumi atwetwe enkomo sa so na sabre ya me no kasa re ho sema yensa aka ne se ukopie mu wo kumasi kejetia chese honum be bi kakra so no eja ato honum a chese honum ahedrebe chese pin krampo no wo mentimi amfa wo honum eja hyehye de won se ba ne January say na ya na hamatan weather no nti ye kosoa esere mo amoyu munim se mo shops ni ade electrical fault ni ade ina no na mabom homoden na matumi arepese de be ya enkofa sa ne ma we mo amoso cylinders ni ade wo mo amo cylinders eliki ayesere mo ma mo mfe gosi shop ni mu mo amonom cigarette ni ade ina mo jejade tutu baby ano wo bia ye careful because at the end of the day no ye koyenim oman no enya de e ba be konechi oman ni mu den no ye koyenim na just oman no emu egusu a eye de Sanya ma we nyina no se mo ntumi amputi stop to it me personally I feel say enya dia ebetumi abua saso ena chese Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe ye nim se 2028 no sempo no se Dr. ya baomia besa bampo aso befa napo se napo embeye ne running mate but there been issues are going on in this country especially with Kennedy Ohene Japan as flag bearer for the NPP for 2028 so ena Dr. Mahama-Dubaumia one also as flag bearer for the NPP in 2028 JFK wababa ntia ba bekasa say committee kwatanase wo munya select obi a wo ba be flag bearer the ama party in 2028 so whatever agenda amanfo ahya ase ne de ba omia ba emboa na yenkofa Kennedy ni ade wo so obesre yie papa say sa ne ma na ekoso nyina no obi a input stop to it wo medi ncho wo ma reporto wo mo bo wo mo homoden say whatever mistake a wo mo ye ma wo mo lose 2024 election no wo mo hwe nim said de be ya sa mistake no wo mo ntumi wo mo sen repeat but if sisi ana wo ma we say wo mo we ye no 2 months impom maye mashase ebo obi foforo di ya agenda ni ade dia na going forward and say moving forward no wo mo kofa obi foforo say nipa no kra no embe flag bearer mfama party na dia mu ye nyina no enya dia ebetumi aboa ene de no me guest a wo mbeba beboa me na chese nkomotwehwe ahodo na etumi akoso Mr. Henry wono NPP communication team member saso ena Darren so awo NDC communication team member wo mbeba be kame ho neja yetumi atwetwe enkomo ba before that no ama ole wo ba be kame sa hanim za chese newspapers no ene de koso wo man Ghana no mene no ba betwetwe ho enkomo mama na kwa basonko ama
Nana ya sewa.
Bibi aboko de.
Ya mi ado me ho ya pa me gidi se won so ho ye.
Oba de na daro ma me nso me ho ye papa ne de me di wo fada nso ade.
Me tu me ho se na no wudi ma.
Wednesday ni me di wadi.
Wudi ma de ndisa na wo so ye di na de a enye hwe. Nana ya sewa.
Yes dear.
Abra wo kasa na mete se wo kan sembi adefa eyege wura kanadi akoprako Japan kanemra shebedwani adema Asen Central. Okay, Mr. Showdown. One boni din sana ya mafu hu.
Papa Showdown.
Mr. Showdown. The only man na Ghana utumi ma president crash Showdown ubetumi no. Mete sana wo kanen sembisa for now na dey asa Ghana for budget na so Kennedy 2028. Sanso na nam so ma General Secretary for NPP Amayokro no yera Justin Frimpong Kodua aba bekasa nana ya sewa no krasam ya mienim se yeto abawie ye no me asem wo ya asem akọ ho emmonten ne Ghana fo akọ akodi nkomo so na me ka bia minim dia me ya dan me ka yeto abani wie ye NPP Amayokro ni di ntwo no krasam ne se anche endisema free sada kwasiada ana ye 8 December 2024 ye to abanwe ye na Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawomi abaji tu mu se wedi ntwo no na Kennedy 2028 na ya se wa pop ba ye and now one number abontin I would me who flyers be break Kennedy 2028 from man for car a man from Fitchley at toilet down home baby Kennedy 2028 na me cry me bisa say eh so does that mean say the main reason why Ghana for any NPP to see Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud-MUBARAK was it because no moon Philip Bawumia being president of Ghana and as a leading the party NPP Kennedy 2028 said the baby will be for me, my little advice for NPP is say you NPP for man you come can send NPP man you kono say o mo asam na yeke NPP man you kono delegate we are starting from free delegate any grassroots form war NPP for when say Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud-MUBARAK say be more than about 10 times say nya de ombeto aba na de amana 10 times because you from her some way see me amakon ho abonten someone man for air especially those from NPP and say so far as I had to abadiama Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud-MUBARAK or canana do amemu and yama bi wa yefa vetin vet VAT yeah and a vetin tax any levy ne COVID ne Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud-MUBARAK he was part of the governance so I feel at then and a woo be see chilabaka say me ba metwam so we meet but nanaya when him say ya mention that Mahmoud-MUBARAK asio enyama papa ba Mr. Digitalize na ye ba nyama ba no dia na to na ye
say say during that time no former president Kufuor wo beka bibi say obi eye mampani a won a wo mu di echire no aya na wo mu support keke emprepi no aya na nipa no ye mampani no ono na wono ne policy no nti wona wodi echire no aya na wuntumi mpushi
so that means say enyama papa no so no
nti nyama papa ni nyina no na na rupushi bi but eye ba womi ana adwen
nti na na enyama bon nkwa na de buy
so who say it can't be possible ye beka say sisi anu hu NDC fo adwen ye wo mo ntanta eba no sa niema ye wo mo promise yes wo mo ba betwam nyina no won so wo mo ankasa na hyase a wo mo sesa wo ma no kakra ena E11 no ena mutwa E11 ni mu a enya de betumi aboa na anu ade
wan tobu taba
o se na anu ade ye President Mahama wo se ena E11 no ne betin task no nanado wo kwaje ya IMF wo kwa IMF wo mo sign agreement na chese munyina no munim dada
obi na kan no brofo ko answer the same
they are
all the same na your political talk enti na ya say wa Kennedy akopre kwa Japan Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud-MUBARAK mama for now me delegate and decide
me de coming kwaso anka sa delegate system ni yentwem and in MPP delegate system ni coming kwa de anka
because me kai say ya to parliamentary ya presidential parliamentary obi to me just 7,000 Ghana cedis our bank na ya say wa many feel
me challenge you
sister obi J 5,000 obi J TV ni ade French it will get to a time I just wait sit down e dia ma delegate wo man mu ansa wa to ababa e dia ma and ya sanso asebio your selfish interest your personal interest and wo man because if Samimi feel say Manuel ti here you be president or be bo wo man Ghana na me see because of my selfish interest nti me kwakoto aba e dia ma denisa sister how is this the bro for crime chamba
Mr. George Otibonsu dia wo mu kodwire ne dan egu
ya no
somewhere last week or grantee interview one of the Kent City medias
okay yeah
and I walk and bibi say na wo mo to presidential abano
on the 4th of November 2024
there were lots of impenifua womu behu wono Mr. Jojo Tibonsu ema ne ma womu sika by the end of the day no wo be pm wo hotel kese ye wa Ashanti region wo hu baby ameche wo be pm wo ho no na sa executives na wo be shia wono na wo police kadema wo mo no wo ma fa chire ko shia the other party ne so dia wo ma gi sika e ka cho no Mr. Jojo Tibojo say ye hwe sika wo de ma yen any sika other party so dia ma yen na ba ko ni dia mu oduru say wo dia wo de ma yen na nu nti no ye beto aba ni dia tia
ese ne dia NSS Ghana sa na ekoso say obi kwa bekwa akoto aba agise kokromoti we wutumi twa 10,000 Ghana cedis 100 million Edianko ba na ye wie fisa at the end of the day ye mabeko school at the end of the day ye kwa koto emo bag ba ku 200 Ghana cedis at the end of the day ye ntumu numiti afa milk mboso just because our mind mu ayeden ekwanya ye nam so bebre na enye ena ye kwan na akoye futuro kwa portal se ena kwan na che ekwan bi ho awoko etumi ye sei like as a quite new slope like ni na nya kama nti for me ni de na ya se wa delegate na de na so kakra e wo mo but se ka me nko a NPP amanweko for the next 4 years to come so mo beba abetumi aba be wi ni 2028 election de ya be sro mo pass ye na NPP de yakuma so ye na my Ghana de yakuma so sanso na NDC sanso e de yakuma so ti abesra mo ba mo fa nipa ye tumi won sana sa Ghana for nim say asemesi wo ye di no ibe at the end of the day no ba be create jobs on ba be pesika fa nkonko gu ni futuo mu wo ne chi da bi ye panipa wo no wa ba ne sabie ono ankasa hu so ye be memu enye be ma hafo Oba no odisika eba beboa oman no mpuntuo enya afi na oba bekali oman ne dia no ade akwakoto ne futuo mu so na ya say wa talking about Yewra JFK any Kennedy and ba omi ne NPP amanyoko ne de asam kaka we na metumi aka so de afa ho ya for now
ye share sama Mr. say chairman sadi ababonti now o ka bibi say wo ne de asa de fans bi na na wo paso woje ara
we say adamisha say making can say papi why now papi why now and why and why how because you two abeye sebio napo waba be running mate Ghana for atu abane de etia no so at then afi na wo ba be kasama Ghana fu ehun ni say na pona munja na pona kra se wa ble se na po wonim say na adwuma abono adwuma miensa o na ya say wa education minister abono MP abono na shebedwani abono vice president abono ya Ghana fu ni NPP amayeko mutabili ya edebo na pampa so no so abono
se abi for na mehwe no me na mehwe no ya ye
because I woka say ono show dia bayasa so they send dia mama yenjai napo for now because napo wa bre eyekwa no ho ya me mobo no ho eye me mop bo
e ma me kunu ho ya mobo na me ame momete ha
because sister edwuma miensa na for now ni dia free nsa wo die anka
we nya vice kra dia anka ya dia menhia south for meto aba
no matter what we
menhia south dia we ye den ya ko meto ama me kunu na
and ebe hold this seat forever and ever amen
and we be di running mate echi ama me kunu kunwa abono but 2028 we are coming back
like akai
2028
obi akai e bon pay edimachi
isi an just for a doctor ntino
wo panya sa na na ya se wa wonim se eja na eto eye kejete Dubai no yesi gamia dom enye se ehyi kejete Dubai bebre de bi na mum eye stores mienu epe ena chese eja no etumi ehyi ye munyama de obi na kan ahye dworobe so for now the best fire service for ya ade nti best dwedifo no sisia no ye wa hamatan season asa de awoka ye nana ya se wo soja e wa ha sesie woni beba ho so na hwim ekọ
ndie
asa bibia wo ya no nyina awo ntosio wo ya no so sister ya no nyina awo nti ebesere mo for now ne de ye electrical system mo ma ye hwe na fe cylinders na de ye disi ye shops mu ya afraid dumpress
obi enya afraid guard and kebetumi aboa opon a wa mo wotina ho many times then pa na wo mo na we dum no na otutu ni nyina defu and we are see ayede it imagine say entuma po na woto na sa wontuma shop nyina ahia sister why never betabrim a 20 cities and 30 cities dia ba be ma na nipa no kura no sika no wode be ma de betumi atone e ma je so wa hwe wo shop mu nyina to obi anya hwe ye obi a enye careful pa na entumi mu aye
sadia o man mu ayade no asam ntu mo obi member boa wo enya de besi kura because asam to and the wa wujejeleje wa wujejeleje na eyega na mampeni John Dramani Mahama sesi wa sha se thank you to minim se bia wate ho asem a thank you to or the da region sesi de or Volta regional ogusu a or the da mo ase enchoba bepiem wo Ashanti region and just oba na wa mehwehwe me because me so meto abani bi baby afa ye bi amato
eno anu ye nyina ye tu na owo vote dey na no ada I think on Wednesday na wo mo party office wo ho.
Okay.
Enipa NDC supporters say John Dramani Mahama Kroya was share wo mu MP bo se nyame ya adom na so otumi ewini election na obema ne ministerial positions
no
ena eja amfa ya na so wo nya kran selecting ye wo mu party office wo mu kwasesa ne ma chese wo honum nyina ehye computers mienu womo page adi tu mu wom amafo party cards ni ade na womo hye ne dwerebe nti wo edie
na ya sewa
yes amole
ensem hunu pa na NDC fo ni di no ya moma yanse kire enka no kra enfa nkire ye NDC fo no. This the time ayesa Ghana for ni timemu for Ghana this year yetumi ye bold na ye kasa ye kanyansa sam sebio ede to NDC amanyekuo emebunu no ebi etrimu na ne ya sewa nansa ya se bole bambai John Dramani Mahama
krom
onu akesa ni krom o sebio wanye nchan ankoye mi krom Central region ankoye mi krom Western region onu akesa ni krom bole bambai da hie scenario ma feel baby bia wo bia no mi chia Savannah region mutumi ekodi sa enyina mrasam wei a sebio wansam fata at the end of the day ya the Ghana sikana ya shole na yakwa IMF akwa bobosia no ayede babeye bibi papa no na ya se akwa bobosia na de ababeye whereby ya sebio mu amoye mo wadwen anim nyansa eya mbembiri no na ya se ba me ka se nipa wo wote wo na wo adwuma ya eya nsamhunu bi wo wa na ya se wa wudi mene wo mienu ya sole ya ba adwuma na ya se wa ya kodi nsamhunu bi aso yakwa kohwe obi aso mu ana because of party binti yakwa kodi nsamhunu bi ana no there's no way I will be here. This is the time I will feel say wa benya ba so apedwuma na ye simple na ne ya se wa wo feel say wa ban NDC amayekuo nu sabio wa ba abemu a Ghana enye NDC dia wo sanso ena Ghana enye political party bia dia Ghana me no mienu dia enti se nyama e wo man ni mu no wo sign na what are you trying to tell us? Ada yena ya sole ya koye ndwuma so yena ya sole ya nsa ya manager pade no aso yen yenim nyansa na wa banya abaso nti wo sole a wo di nsem hu no wo sai o manager pade aso o manager pade na wo sai no John Dramani Mahama ye o manager kendini no ono ena beto sa ade na no na besi sa dan na ono na beto sa japade di gu dan ni mu ana. These are some of the things I ye na o man no abofom ye wi ya kase president we ba ye mrashe bedwani ba ye wa ma ye hwe na nsem hu ni awudi sebio mrashe bedwani ben onimu ya so obedi sa nsem hu we se wa saya de ore wa sanso ba betiska foforo de ato
na mo na mo saya de ne se mo na mo pre na party ni ba won na wo mu kun wo mo huma party no ewi ni election
because of NDC to be
sangwa ene eyi
beka vama wo so hwan
wo mo kodi wo mu nsem ni
omo krate ho
she eyi Maleke Basinteli say na ya ni CEO
eyi ba kri o wa broche
ya Kevin Taylor omo krate ho
Kevin Taylor
ai wo mo nimbom na mo na de ya ne say oni bie ba ejanka bi
ya wo ye na ya manahwe ya wo ye na ya manahwe sebio ya fani so obi kra na bo pa ya ntiz da sebio wadwin ya adwuma na
Wana party ni ya wom de wom na ya ma wom position.
What is John Dramani Mahama ne ba sebi wa ba bedi nsem hunu bi se ya.
Won this time no.
Osori awadwuma wo ye.
Ane.
It is a nepa what one as a 1 month wage man ya bonsam won.
Obo pa.
Bonsam bo pa.
Bonsam bebo wo mo pa ne ye beko so so
ai. Ya me yan say wo mu ya yesi na omo aban na abasunti anchi omo say ka me menkoa ma meti he ya. Kwaje ba meti ya sister. Anka ye hu say wo na wo kan asemasi we ni and am di sa adwuma hu ni say no. Na ya chi mu na at the end of the day ma compensate 3 times. And your fridge na mo say ya 3 times na out of fridge no.
Simple.
Meja Mrs. say ya check for Ghana ma ya nya na hwe ye mbo nutro na ye nku na the end of the day no mba bio na to atwa obi din se ho ya bo nutu pa oni ye kunu na bibia to atwa na ya sewa
ama o le fa ye rembu ai wa charge dodo to bu asiemu ai ye
ba na ya no kra asa o man se da baby asese ye duru no asa wo sekula aka no kra che ni pa say just because at the end of the day next 4 years and to abam fam but no kra sam na say waka ene ye ne ya sori ya ko aye mf ya kwan so nye ye nsuo na ada ni green tea no ebusha fomu ma ye remu na asa na ma charge asa na ma charge na ya say wa ma mimbo shi na mi remu ewo enkrata ne mu ensam another bokrata no the inquisitor the bokrata no amanabo ade bani na ene say Ghana mampani John Dramani Mahama ena ono so ene eye asofofo mo wo oman mu na ene omo kasa sese ne ye hwese de na mamuo no esi ye kɔ ne ye hwese de Ghana ye de na obesro mo eye na se dru bebi na sawachi a Osramwa monfa mpai bontai na chi na montena no because man ya sadia 4 years is just at the can. Okay. And ya den ye true wa no so ayasemo wolves at boost ready to devour new MD and no so ayasemo the inquisitor the wakata no de ebaye daddy kotopon
constituency e wo encrement
amonso ena NDC I congratulate Dr. Abe and afi Dr. Buama and so ewo no yambo hwi na yenkoye nim na yenko the metro lines the bokrata no emu ochenhene ena sese no odemra ene ohye ediato ayebrim river emu say excavators ahodo yede ababegu ayebrim river mu ni nyina no na ne asa wa ye say ye ni na edifrim we dia ye show eyo wo sha papa eye they say dia galamse ya say Ghana yensuo ne dia
ba ama de wo ke mi ntwa wa no ba won say emprepi no aya na empenifo yi wo mu nyina no wo mu ka hu bi na ya na amanfo eto wo manugu wo mo so
ya hemfo no
galamse sha se yende
na ya wo me
ni en wo na last year before the election and amanfo to wo mugu hu mbonten che kese pa di ti aban ne say galamse say yesuo say yensa ase ni ade nti na ahemfofo no kura no monkasa ye mampeni na ye former president that time no won fa ne nan yinsi fom ni ade nyina no ohena ambekasa o na aban free so de efiansa no wo mo de hye no eba nti all those was na nema we nyina ekoso no and what was stopping them from talking nti if at the end of the day no Timemuni Kwaka, yes, you are trying to disrespect the chief, and I said the king. Nobody is trying to disrespect anybody. But Galam say last year, not just say amafu kasana amafu ye dede. Woman who boni biya wa hu. But abai fu froba ye ya de. Mu release ye.
Nana ya sewa.
Yes.
Me se bro nyen we. Na ejami tukwan akwekura baby. Akwa akodi bro nya. Na me kobogo so ekura si baby. Na ya nam kwan so ya tra akonfidios ayamfode baby ye kwa na ya duro baby na ya hang dan bi wo wiem na ye didi ase na excavator etu ase ni na ka no tetia bi na dan no so in fact na meteka na for Mr. driver and sent driver sa dan esi ho acha na say an esi ho acha ensu endwene ngu na me say Inti ne
pa dabo ne sister
ana me say ye be rafi foforo mu nsuo beto nsuo to a ebe didi
akwa asase na se
ebedidi na ya asa wanya ho nko an mesi omwedi kwan no ho a mase bioka kwan na ya nam so no akaso mu bedwuli ade no quota no e de free so ne yehu sa galamsey is still sustaining in the system
all this while no. And America no, I have no problem with what Ochehene is saying. Their work and ne kwan so ano no, they must say excavators no. FFP Brim River so. But na 2024 na no wa ban waso na amanfo didi galamsey yimu a amanfo eye demonstration mu odin ne de nananom yantem nka. Nana no mama who wow. It's in the way at the end of the day, NDC nibiti baby was ye Nana ye NDC for ye ba ye ya na fiansana wo ba bekaso. But that time Nana ma for your demonstration, you had the right to say whatever you wanted to say.
Nana say wa yini bia mekasa. Se na wo hye se yen free mu no aso. Excavator bi nsan ba mu bi wa. Ana se no Nana ya se wa onye
NDC for we na se 2028 MPP for ba. Misre bisa se Brim River and excavators na be kwso ana se nkwoso biom.
Nana ya some fufro.
The hypocrisy in this country is getting too much.
Nana ya some fufro me dey say e ka me nko awu. Anka at the end of the day no onhini bia ebo ne ho modern say obetu galamsey ase ye free na sase so me didi sanka galamsey ase ebetumi etu sanso ena Malik Basentele ono so sesie no ya no aye
Youth Employment Agency
CU ewo oman mu Basentele na wenye adwuma wo baye no na wutime mu ni a wo se won padwuma nge na emom de nsemhunu na wobedi no ene wonde ye ba bachi wa kotum the Ghanaian Observer de bokrata no emu ena yedru no eno so nsam a wo ni na ene se Ghana man President John Dramani Mahama ni ministers no yewra dom level ena ehye ko munku anko bia eswere ye and there I swear enya bible ko hia pa enya peteshi papa ni bi ode e de abanu ano eno no na nkede de aswe de abodua sa wo ba no be diska nka no so be bua na bible na ha adwen
se o mse nyankopɔ fa ne bua wonto ne ntem se ya no o de bible ye betumi atwa ntrafa ho
se ka meme nkwanke de kosua kwakwa ne ya penti ho kokko yellow green nanke ya wiya ya de apeteshi pa de udugu wonum a wiya wo san pibigo no nanke ya de aka ho won anya snap kwa ba apeteshi ankasa won sanso ena NDC amanyo kro no nyamla sem a ya nugusu aye kro mugusu edibi ewo ye GRA aya sem o adwumakuo bi nso no mo nso ne Ghana man President John Dramani Mahama kontokwa de afa ne appointees no no daily the Daily Dispatch the bokrata no emu ensam eni Ghana man President John Dramani Mahama ya shani ministers ya na say na appointees ya say no na ya say wa we yi omunya 2012 to 2016 43% omuwo mu ena sesie no afiwe
was say you
omo na so mu adwuma so eni ana won say your family and friends appointees ministers in combination even our no suye.
Oh, say John Dramani Mahama the second term we know we see lessons.
Okay.
We when said the Ghana for to about Etiano in 2016 no. So was say list mistake a man for besa to aba no Etia NDC government no in 2028. Into one kasa mo me we gidie say we reading one kasa hu dia was sefata. There one was show betumi ama ne position a wo ba wo betumi abeboa no na chese saa 4 years ya wo bui wo betumi aboa no na o man Ghana fa ne ntuma pay fra sankrofo no e na wa select wo mo it when it comes to ngrofo a wo yi wo mo ebra na o wa abemu that is 2012 to 2016 wo mo an wasan so yi wo mo this 2025 year me won say sanse wo madwuma na so eni no eno nti na wetumi elect sankrofo ni nyina no.
Okay, sanso ena minority leader yera afenyo marking ono so nensam a waka ni na NSSSM na shebedwefie na why de obo ne ho modern pa no krasam ne say afenyo marking obo ne ho modern
modern de obo ne ho modern
me yada ne style bi obo ne ho modern Sanso and on so sama what the abani and say new appointees no more babaka a yam rashe for when I do moon abaka boom say a year or my back no more I did trima said the bear gana bet to me a fan and tamapa Eddie Ephraim. The Chronicle the Bokrata no emum. Aya some Ochehene and Samono and so Ed has said the bay excavators a hodwa, says no mugu a brim river mono, Nina, give it to me a ye Eddie Ephraim. Ababa yebi, na I just say. Na ne yase wo ye teenager ye ka teenager ase wonya 20 wa bo 12 years 13 atu 19 years no aha ono nso so no nsem bi ebeda monten se abrantie bi abɔ ne ho mode na adeda rough sabio ebusuafo munim a ono nso aba abekasa sasa abra na owo 19 yes.
Of what translation a boy and say no 19
years.
Not as a wonyenya 19. And a my bear man so time to cook do show the jad ye you. This is Yana Quaco Money or catch up prosecutor Mr. Fanabane channel. Namiana me quote translation me 19, but Minyanya 19. And to where the prosecutor were bedding.
Say Ababa 1 year at fault to me knowledge.
Okay.
Obana na ya at fault because say me dey me 19 years. Na me be catch a bema bi say me 19 years na say
wa share dey yi mu a. And say abrante yen bone.
Onya bone bi.
E wo say abusuafo no kra no wo mutumi compensate no.
Omo bona baso.
So my ye.
I some wait there. No ya say wa military man bi anasa army ni bi ni foni na eda so na bro foni say the sad story of Kozo Gameli and also ever ha mention dey hu sad story no ye tie na so ewa ha daily analyst the Bokrata no emu Ghana man Penny John Dramani Mahama and so foni na eda so na sese no obon ho modern information ministry and say no they call a presidency where and some daily analyst the Democrats no de eba ye sanso and Mahama Yariga ononso ateki a majority leader ewo oman emra she bedrefie said the afenyo marking a minority no ononso afa ye majority leader no ewo oman emra she bedrefie what nani ase was so far na de ase my sorry so na media ma wa bedrefo no mutumi.
Okay, ole meda wasiye papa. I'm someone for daily guide and tujawo and daily guide but as a subuache speaks government last two na what the mama no no name to me I think then any new guide any new center
the new crusading guide okay no so the new crusading guide the Bokrata no yara yes and so buache o yamra shebedwani adema bantama kane no na oye minister for roads and no your minister roads and highway onenso mfoni na daso no a wakasa ede afa Ghana banyin prempeyesisui ehun edefa post election violence
entokwa esisi ebra ye beto aba no
ehun no enonso mfoni ehun sam ewa hase sanso na reje FK Justin Frimpong kodwa twetwe ni kene edema NPP amanyokuo no o se NPP for ntwa mudi ye no hu ni se honhum mo no asa na nyama bi kokokoko so ya spiritual defeat
say and wo wi ase wa hu na yesi abofra wa ma ne ma me nna no bentwa empa ne to
na na so a no so oni funu ko ni na eka ho
amba wole say eja aso fu wa kroma in 2024 wa mo solidity IMPP too much in the end as wo ba bonte no obeka say election na wi a wo mo wi ye na ndo hu ni se na spiritual dia
o se asofofo no enra se miye yi kakro se asofofo ni na kotai Ghana man pani Ghana man pani achi aso bi eji na ni diama NPP ni na ne se emri bi etwem or the revenue wusu bempa e the example emri bi etwem ye hwe anwo kaka revenue wusu bempa 1 pp amayoko ni mu na eduru baby ase yawudie spiritual attack
me ni the MPP party ni mom de me hu ni se nka wo mo betie die a anka asofo ahudu e wokrom ha wo maye wo mo boni nyina wo mo kopa wo mo chew wo mo kopa chew
nipa kra wo ho na wo fom esa wo pa
ha anya hwe mo de mo hu ni se bi owusu bempa mo nya ni bibia ba ono de wakasa mama hu se mafom no enye hwe I'm sorry se bi for breakfast in free table so mo nko na hwe na mo nko pa na chew na yawde bi e wona kuma mu bia no wonye mu na jugezi susu odi yawo na Nigel sama ye de bone na Nigel so
asam na Christica
mo pa na chow na bia 2028 wo mi na baba be kam ho wo ma boa mo dia.
Okay, the news center the bokrata no mu ensam na na say wa won sa afi etwemu accident bebre na etwese ekoso na Ghana roads and highway for omo report omo de braye empempre na say yehwemu pa nipa 2494 and omo de omo hwere omo nkwa ya ewo
akwan ahodru ewo man Ghana
no omo hwere omo nkwa sanso na 15,607 omo nso epeprai
2024
nkwa intelo ya se wa wukani na bomu a 17,000 18,000 and bebre egu echi
a driver for wo krom ha ye be sere mo pa 2025 na ma hwe yie wo bi wo hanu ma wo betuka won check hwe se nsuo wo ne car ni mu se ni si aye edwubo se ni break ye edwubo wo tire mu na pa yesra mo pa mo nya careful my ye
ayasemo sanso na yero adam parents akase o se ye hwe crime rate a ewo man mu a eye kra ewo low kra chan Canada Greece na afi Australia ni aman hodua fofra aka na chasa Ghana kra ye de ye wona mo kra na we nkra ufo ye obi tumi hwim na wase asiwa sum aka ho free of charge.
Oh, but when him say even African countries no Ghana ye rank ye second peaceful African country. Then the IGP can wo differ. But IGP akasa so no wo ye ni as IGP wo abo edwuma.
Wo abo edwuma na krono sam na ye ka no. Enye peace country krono sam. I'm talking out of
now I understand, but who contribute is South Africa. South Africa, my papa, I think somewhere last 2 years or Johannesburg. And yeah, is this how? She said, Ghana, would to me now phone cracker when you are dear sister. Will be baby shimo bag and when you make it out, you need free with them. If Ghana is ranked second most peaceful African country, me want to say Ghana, I assume you are.
I see about Ghana, sure, the whole global winning now, you're ranking Ghana mobile money, you yiskapa. Yeah. Someone so no ya say wa masore so.
Ama ole meda wasiye papa ebusia ama ole na ene obeka me ho aje say newspaper review no ode be show mo de ekoso e wo man Ghana ne ade nyina no che say wode be tudwa aye nyina no yeti. But when it comes to sama na JFK ka say 2024 election ne de wo hu ne say na spiritual meaning de fabi so no menene ya adwen because anya hwe no ne ya hwe bre pepi no Dr. Mahama-MUBARAK se wo ba obeye campaign ni ade enipa ya na di nechi even ono ankasa ne kuro mu kuro wokoye campaign wo hono no enipa na di nechi ni ade na ebuhia na nya asem ketwa na at the end of the day yakoto aba na se Dr. Mahama-MUBARAK wonya hwe dia 00 akoko tiri ankasa dia na just election 2024 no na spiritual no de main challenge wo honom and also asofo ahodo so a wo mu nyina no wo mu de wo mani ko baby ba ko wo mu nyina ko pie mu John Dramani Mahama nchen na ne de wo mu bompa ye mu oden ni ade nyina no e de ama John Dramani Mahama na just ye Dr. Mahama-MUBARAK baby okoye kura ko stress ye fankata so fankata ne so ne ade ne ye bompa at the end of the day no ye say ya ne say wo mu no kura ne ye dede na ye zu ye za ye zuzu zaza na just say bawomi akwa woko ye no enye mpa ye bi emu odin bi no wo mo ko so mo ko bo ab dia man say nyankopon hu ni mo na want to be win 2024 election. But I think say MPP for na kasa so no wo mesua wo mo lessons ankasa me sha say me ka say ene me guest Mr. Henry oye NPP communication team member saso ena Darwin so ye NDC communication team member wo mo ena eba be ka me hunde na chese de ekoso no ye ne wo mo eba be twetwe enkomo ba sisi ane de Mr. Henry aba be ka me nsa e wo hanum say menya ne ntie se Darwin eguso a ena mkwan so ba wonyam bedu obedru ya na ejamama no so akwaba Mr. Henry bibia ba ko de
omo de adaroma
yede nyankopon wasese wo ho ye na MPP 2025 ye ne ma ko sen mamo
mamenchia ahwefo ne yatifo
okay o mo jo so
mensho bi ankra ne se political party ebetina akonya so na after 8 years elusi elections that is the order of the day.
Okay.
Ye person ka ye be break that 8-year cycle no. And I yenti me am break. So when you be fufro bi na si oh my God.
Okay.
1992 omampanyin JJ. Di akonya ne man wa otwa ne 8 years ewie ye no. Ghana for eka se NDC and sorry akonya ne so ma NPP mra.
Yeah.
Enti omampanyin kofo ebaye.
Yeah.
Omampanyin kofo so ene the then vice president onyankopon fa ne kran say ora JEMLs ene kosi akan no. Ti said ye Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud-MUBARAK ne omampanyin His Excellency Mahama echo contest pepe. Mills was the vice president.
Yeah.
And NDC dinkugu, MNPP dinkunim. Na Mills as a stage come back. Obedinkunim. Nanado any Mills edebebweni. Nanado bedinkunim. So we share how any MSC kwa. Na ye pesi ye
Mills
and
Nanado.
Mills dinkunim. And na 4 years.
Yes.
And Mahama
eba
twice until omutwa 8 years.
And Mahama dinkunim.
And Nanado dinkunim. Until every 8 years.
Yes, biam.
Yes, san apai.
Okay.
And it say NPP a contest. Na abai no asisan. Ghana history will tell you say in the news.
Okay.
As in BNC, you said ye Ghana for 2 mabano.
8 years.
8 years no normal. We felt say ya yenye ma papa bia. It was a so Ghana for any. Na nka Ghana for my toa amemune so. But ye koto abewie ye no. Die da bia esi no eni siye. So I would say you shall say portion blames and 70 be
Okay.
And yet the candidate.
Okay.
Because on the first vice president wako contest edinkugu. That one is a fact.
Yes.
Ghana fo nyina ni din ne ba mu ma Ghana fo nyina ebenya gidie no ewo anamo bia wo 2 years as vice president. Let me say, in the history of Ghana, the only vice president say obi ko contester question obi say bian one fan ko president so ni mo de ko vice president so Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud-MUBARAK.
Yeah.
Now or the target of the NDC. So mesre party for nyina say said your constitution no esika no etrese sientia ban mu a ebeka mfie mienu a me ato aba yenko primaries nanko yenko yi parliamentary candidates ene yen presidential candidates na candidate na ye fanko contest no Ebreni bedru. NPP we have the men. The BI can see we have the men. In C crowd that say yeah be contest that ko flag bearer. Na nipa mi lupe just 2 horse race. E bin see that.
Yeah.
The biano me kai o man panyin ko for time free so the year 2008. Ye ko contest and you ko flag bearer no. They were 17. In nipa 17 no kra no NDC chairman ene eto wo mudin akronfo dunson ko hwemu akoyi kronfo tetu amoa unso ono de oye joke ho bibia o yes on the asresem ne ade na de bia no oye nti I think say he could be pardoned, but that happened. Ebreni bedru ho wow for say akan wakoma say we be DMPP animu no. And our constitution also says say tia akonya so a your president the leader of the party eye omampanyini say ye tia akonya so the leader of the party eye flag bearer in the call contest enti ebreni bedru na as to say e kwan ben ye be fa so a ye be select who becomes the flag bearer no see that say by appointment no ni nyina elections election e be do also henfo na be to aba no eno ka nhwehwemu a say party no ama ye hu say should it be the delegates as usual say they be delegates ne ko yi e bi mo suggest say what say you expand the electoral college no e bi can say yes every card bearing member of the new patriotic party yemanon kotoa banibi seme candidate obi se ne candidate bi obi de ASC na ye nyina na ye kotoa ba no na candidate C kodin kunimu a e kire say oye more popular than me candidate into one was here de ko.
Okay,
I hope you get my point.
Yes, I get your point.
Yes. Say ye ko you know obi a be born to a obi a be kanensem de na sem be to omo be to abani bi asumu no e be to makoma so no sa ndi pano na ye be ma no the node say ondi anim na ye mfa ne nko baby aye wo yi de say ye ka say ye be apportion blames emwa yen and new patriotic party ye nwono fa nipa ba ko ho ena akoye se nipa ba ko we nko a na wo se ye de ne ko anase we die wanko a enye ya na we die okọ ebeyeye ye nipa. What if the obia de ne beto ne so no ebe ni bidro wo se me kra ma nya anko ye na be nipa nso nkwa enkuta wo no ankasa. The year 2020 ansana ye be ko 2012 nanka ye owura JE Mills ena ebe ko contest na ma NDC but JE Mills free. Yes sir.
Yeah.
Yako ye ni pay die we all felt say 2012 die ni ti ebe to paper ne so on the side of the NDC JE Mills enti say obi nim die ewachi na make say early days yema ye nyina no afi na ye hye then see ye o say ahwase bi o no ma o hwe ase ni subrenity mi bapa ye was a stage nim akoye se wo kontokwa bi na obi ahenhampa no wo bo wasumba akobi na wonhu madam fo bi o se wani so apa o markets na wonhu de wo ye wan hwa fa rubber kra be se wo to aboni pa kro kakra de ko bia na yina yenya abotre minim se Ghana for a pen PP asem more than on pen DC asem.
Okay,
Ghana for
that is how you see it.
That is how it is.
Okay,
even 2024 election results will tell you.
Okay,
say
okay, it wasn't surprising. Figures are wo munya ye in 2020
kakra bi na be kan ho. Yen the NPP. Figures are yenya ye no 2020 no on a normal day I wasn't after 4 years there wasn't a be count. Ebia meka ho esote drastically. So this tells you say MPP no and the members ebia BBS or party nimu and anko to aba. Na nye Ghana for na se mo ho afono yen enti yen to aba ne mama. So I believe say
would you say you agree with the JFK Eka said onu de ohu ne say abato no it was spiritual. Because say Bawumia campaign. Shenipa ne di Bawumia o.
Yeah.
Na fi from nowhere.
Yeah.
Ye to abana onu ankasa.
Yeah.
Ni baby a wo free. Ni wanya zero.
Baby a wo free wanya zero da.
Oh.
Abase there were some constituencies. Bawumia constituency ho. When Dinkugu Bawumia Dinkunim, I want a constituency, a parliamentary, and NDC, a fire. And Bawumia baby on one case free. They said, or say, Wadam for Pane, Yeramati, Opoku Prempe, or Papa Precopeno. Mikuno, no papa, no wafano, no bibiano, no. Say a cassette, baby. Yeramati Opoku Prempe free. I nyina nim say na oye MP ma menhia South. Na say yetena fidie so kase baby a Mati Opoku Prempe free kra no. Yanto aba ma NPP a. Ana say ye ni nkunim ana baby kra record 0 now we come and share South, we share resource na enye sanity. Then it means as a deliberately people say ye bibi na eko passe ono kra di dema reject no ba enye sanity. Okay. Bawumia Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia constituency. One record 0 baby. Where you free one record 0 baby. And ye establish that fact. Na ye hu ne say obi opeso baby bia no. We have a constitution to guide us. Okay. And statement JFK JFK can emphatically say a ye be a home same be an as a non kwane ma ye dincho. But then he said say when he said enema be bree and a course yena spirituality and so it take part. The entire obiti baby obekata and say we had people omukuta omu voters ID card a stronghold fa card buy so betuaba kuta card na ma de 5 near close one ko join the queue ye to aba ni wie ye no afa na then a man ko join the queue na ko to aba ni bi. You get the point? Yes. Nuntina ebia owura no can be bisa say ade we dey mu oremo because me o mefom kopa you mami ba ko me kaka nyina say me kodo adon kura no de me nya nko de mami mfa me card mami nko homra me nko to aba na memra ukoduru ho na bia wakoti asem bi kokwasa o meto mami nko to nso mra o mami nko pekosu bi ni me nko di nko ma akra oni beti yes ya to aba na bi. So that tells you say bia it could be possible. Say elections the anyama bebre yours here call elections here tete dia so for ni bi na so for ni bebre so we hopa so aso for ni bi kan ya yes aso for ni kan ya kan anantwi political parties ni bi asie oh baby bebre. So you think say nipa no ko sie sa anantwi na na say odwan na say sa no enya kwa me Assemblies of God ni okay JFK eye Roman ni enti se kobase ade a eye spiritual no ye gidipa yesom entia yesom nka nche se yenko ye bibia ene yesom ne bo apra nemom se ye ka hunhum mu asem de wo ho Kristo ni bia ni wa onim se hunhum mu asem wo ho ne nke yenko asori no kra but ye wo hunhum papa ene ye wo hunhum boni uti anye ya obi de hunhum boni bi ebe dane ade ye wo se onsaka ebia ne se ye to aba wie ye Yenipa share wo nkwan. So it could be say be anu omo ho to e kasa wo bo ase wo mo je ahwe agui bi kra na eniema wo mo eniema bi ankofo bi ye no e wo se ye de ase na nkoye bibia so wo mo party for na nipa kwan na wo no ankasa fo se me de soja ni kutatu obetimi ato no se me kudina soja ni anim de na epiapia nipa cross yes onkoye saade no enti akoye besepa ne konyina haba ye ntimi nka se sadetie but it could be yeah.
But I mean, mami bisa question with you. Don't you think say the Mahama party so every year candidates are not team for MP because before the election no na a lot of people wanted Kennedy or Hine Japan. So I'm a flag bearer and for my MPP party no. Don't you think say Kennedy Amma Dr. Mahama-MUBARAK ba so eka na nado dan ko guvuado ne government ho aye nyina ye ni tua de course wo man mu e na amanfo bebre nya gidie woni mu anto aba amfa ama no
mero ami hu ne sa Debbie ye ka amamu ye wo department bi wo municipal assemblies name ye from NCC no ye civic education eniema bi wo no mo aya amomo mo kwan na moto monsa fra omo a omo so ba chire die amamu ankasa yen civic education yen right ye bibia ne the way a amamu ankasa sitie ba chire ma chire yen perception so what you say assembly wo ho so wo call elections and wo call contest ho obesha na wanyo no assembly bia wo for say wo kan ni nipa no be fa pepepepe no waka. Are you getting my point?
Yes, I'm getting.
Say a contest. We had a whole member of parliament na oye minority leader. Ojina simpie so can say. Na na do dan ko Akufo-Addo ni Alhaji Dr. Mahama-MUBARAK enwene kuafo ho, koko kuafo ho. Yeah. E was nka koko bag ye turn 6,000 and over Ghana cedis. We had a minority leader be can say. Me wana na do ni Mahama ba no. Koko bag na ye 450 Ghana cedis. 450 Ghana cedis 4.5 million cities kano omo pejamu de 32 million okwabrane se onwene nipa ho na it should be 6,000 nse kwani beti ni fie no hwe no so okay let me fall for the 6,000 na nipa ne kan because me say me okoko say me okoko bags 10 menya 32,000 but so obi ba na me okoko bags 10 na menya 60,000 there. Let me vote for the NDC. Okoto aba. Sani panwa kotena appointment committee enim. Any bisan say koko boy what say yes saying. Was he able to say what say 6,000 na wentimi.
Say osmo montwe na ye pass na say mujini tumu ria.
Say jini tumu ho. Ye wo enkofo bi a omo na say tena se determine the price of cocoa. So what I say? Yeah. Bananado de no de wan ka say enkofo bi na atena se no ma determine the price of cocoa ba say ba omi anwene Ghana fo okanya ko kan say bi ba omi anwene cocoa akua fo ba omi wasn't the president.
Yes.
What I say? Yeah. A lot goes into it. LGBTQ plus oman panyini an na wote akonwa so say sika bia na na do ne MPP abanya wa manone a ebet stopping ti na wontimi nsan obeye man panyini no unim ni statement of say ade we kura ye kyerɛkyerɛ no wo school mu anka hu nyampo say o ye beka sign bibi. Listen to this.
So
compare the two.
Would you say MPP no na this political leaders no wo mo pedibre bia they try to lie to citizens
omo kan sembebre ene ye wa adanse ne say ye wo ye man panyini John Dramani Mahama His Excellency Semu Sejata the handsome paddy ye man panyini a minyani tape as to the interpretation of the tape nyame na me interpret tape okay. No. But I say edu say ye campaign na ye beto aba muntwa ntro kakra na monka no kakra na monfa mfrafra so exactly
ono aso kra se Ghana for kra de ye wa refree
ye refree so what I say enti say ye ka say ye be di akira na maka no me say Alhaji Dr. Mahama-MUBARAK Your history. Even Omanpanyiko for ne vice crowd. Obejina ebi so person obeye flag bearer. Womo mo to Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud-MUBARAK amudie no mo ane to ba akuno. Womo e from delegacy. Alhaji Aliu Mahama ko jina ebi no. On ka se da bi. Omo nto aba no emfama no. These same people ne koto ya omo to ma Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud-MUBARAK. Okay. Womo to ma Omanpanyiko for. Womo to ma na Nado Danko Akufo-Addo. Womo na to ama Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud-MUBARAK.
So you do not accept it, say it was a delegate system or MPP party no more council because Kamia Kwakwa say it is one of the factors Emma MPP losing 2024 election.
A fair na what the conversation neighbor ye. Minimum bia. Enya Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud-MUBARAK ho na enehi. Enya Nana ho na enehi. Enya Kennedy ho na enehi. O say ye free obi delegate wakwaje 5,000 enti ansa no no ebeje ballot paper so obeto no he needs 5,000 enti tis asem we what day Alan Crowder say so nka ye party no bi odi Omanpanyiko for kra na san ba ya nipa no be demand 5,000 san nko akoto o kana na do ne Omanpanyiko for ne Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud-MUBARAK bom ekonya ne Alhaji Aliu Mahama mu nyina be kan ho e na odi omo be ye candidate nipa na o say medie I'm demanding 5,000 and 2,000 and 1,000 and sana makoto aba no enye candidate bi hu ahinti no wankoto aba no.
Okay. It is the delegates.
The delegates no. Obi de no. Obi say ne kwanye enti wankoto aba. And then you tell me say nipa na wo say ne kwanye no a wankoto aba no eye candidate for de ankobo akoto how? Sa candidate no ubo ni din so na o candidate ana kwanye na ya wi ana. Osi de wo gina so ato aba ne se wo pese ne kwan yeye on pese mfuturo beku no.
Okay.
Enu nti no kogina so obi se ono acha 3 days bia odi bet no awodie no ye de to abeto so say 10% until the 10% no be free so no ono obi obetimi aka se be 10% na free ho no say nipa no beto na ba e di ama no. No who say MPP the ordinary bebe bia no o wan mamu ni mu binti adenti na edi kan ba no wo mu ankasa ntia tia nkomo ni you wo mu ankasa ntia ntia me Henry kra na so de me ba nipa ne say enam say betting tax ne ba no me defendi binti odi mi gina ho a
metuatia
me nti nyesa Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud-MUBARAK obi de ne ba nti ena otu abetia no obi nsusu fine obi nsusu one reason say ebi as a candidate no mempe no but eni kwan say obi koka say ni nyina hwemu a eye no nko anti obi betimi aka say wo de Henry gina wa me Henry o ni patuntum bepe ni pakoko ntimi ntuma no obi beka say Henry ne kokko ha no ntudi ni begina ho amento aba ma no obi beka say Henry omre dodo ntudi ni begina ho amento aba ma no ye wo say nipa ni bi ho. I hope you get my point.
Yes.
Anti reasons no eye bebre.
Okay.
Enunti na National Council a commission a body a omo ye nhwehwemu say so die ne siye amasa ntwowe aba a wo kan ewe na washada amasa nkubuoyi amasa nkubuoyi aba
mi fa ne ntoma kakra oh okay
amasa nkubuoyi aba okay sedabia no ade a yeye na opese osesa no a edrume bia eden pa ye na de binsi Ghana da na yepese yewu
okay
candidate bi edene be bia no enka de ye be ye ne binsi Ghana da ana Ghana for se there bi o de ye ma wemu 8 ye ma jeje ene males 8 years ye ma Omanpanyiko for ne Alhaji Aliu Mahama 8 years
Nanado
ye ma Nanado mo 8 years ye ma males mo 8 years enti o de yensan ko NDC. And I am telling you, and it's not as if NDC the candidate be a Ghana for penasem the by there be the party NDC no mutu abamano. So Becca doctors, Professor Masapon Savi be a bar mountain. So say at the time and I beto abano. We had the two main political parties are na for pay NDC more as compared to say pay NPP. But the back candidates no crowd there. Now large Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia I was
saying Mahama.
I was saying Mahama. Oh, the way I didn't say. Auntie no, Enna, young share breach a boo, we are see. And also come be power. Russia Ukraine war, no. Emma, ye near maybe say son or Ghana, COVID. Emma, ye near maybe say son or Ghana. And tia huche beer, beer COVID ne de buy, ye no. Timamunini dear, on the or say, meaning bibia, dear meaning say, Bakuna to wash ye no habene. Matwa ba ma won de se nkonya na obeyi se obotom sika na abeye so obekọ akosre so obeye de me pene se me ho behin ha me enti ade a covid na Russia Ukraine akofa aba na me emfa me ho enti ahoche no a aba no enu nti me koto aba no e de ama the opposition so what I say you go to US I'm to say this is okay. Inti ya na de bia no de ya na ye kan say ye beto aba na wie nka ye to wie a enye politics as usual. Yen hold the politicians to nsem wo kan ye. And that's what I say sa fee ya was one of the components of the tertiary fees that Mahama
yes, Nyame
Obeyo man penyinya
level 100
students no nze omo ye campaign no omo bomu ama ne koye se tertiary crab free
yeah
level 100 no kromo yi free ho enne ye say optional
say omo say university
and say university no na bi omo kono ka say tertiary institutions na enti technical universities kan ho colleges of education kan ho nursing for kan ho obia kan ho ba say ne say school for mo amunko chini nkope musika na munko tua na brepe mu no
ye betua
mamo
oh say you know for now no if you answer na vet na ekoso we are now education
there one day we ya pound no wa na djuma say
it onu na abehye bosenya so nyame ya adoma eye wono omko level 100 ya wo mutua ni ade hina no wo betua ma wo
afi na bi mutua omo fees uni bibi the best thing say this for many well say sa adsem na omo kan ye no on be this wa ade e wose nkomo ye ne say ye to aba ni wie ye no ye form a transition team no that time na school for ni omunyanko school
debi
ye form a transition team no na wose nka both parties aban transition team ene de all kono omo propose no mo ka say unsa de na public universities into omo de communicate ba say all public universities sa component no a aban no promise ye no samude fees na ba munyin free na aban ni discount be ma
okay
you get it
yes I get
munyi sa component ni free and say 2000 Ghana cedis na ba be shemu a aban ni betua
2000
ntinka watena oba betua says 2000 no ntinka wa betena akonwa isu yi o first thing wo ye ene say what you sika no sika de bi o the answer was insane omo ba ya ja oil de be power ye plant ni ade nyina akro omo say oil bi ye
sabotage da
then na afi omo timi nya sika esa afi de dia nti say sika no omo nya we so you see
political talks just a way to sabotage the other party
nti media on that I would say ya large Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say ye hwan na nke de ne ba yo say ye many de me ba yo say ye wo ne de ko yo Ghana ni say after mfie nwotwe opensesa but yen kakra be gidi say sa de ne be sesa be free system ni o call US I'm so sad and never pa I'm so na ye di omona ho so 8 years but e be abba say omo 4 years na ya wo tiko na akọ omo year president ya Trump as abituni so we try for Trump try for and one banner we so e try for ono so echo so what I say you know I believe say obi a ope candidate bi the moment obeka say ni pass message e de ne ba ye nti don't forget so no so won kofo mu di na chi okay Yura Kennedy will never say this onko jina baby nka da say Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud-MUBARAK ye de ne ba ye nti yes onka da
okay
se dru say ye prayer de ho a akonwa to ofia ensem no obi atimi ka de opɛ wan hwɛ kra wo fa kra one ne pra akonwa no wo fa secret bi eda ba bia na de wo fa kra anya ye kra atimi ka e ma no gu fi the moment e be bodin awie ye nyina yesum de pakro enu ntina Dr. Mahmoud-MUBARAK mi awie ni wie ye no wo hwɛ the main campaign platform bia na Kennedy akompreko ene Japan na ojina subi na oye campaign na o kan che Ghana for say Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud-MUBARAK far better than Omanpenyini John Dramani Mahama.
But before that, nobody can send be.
Before that, until obi nso so tebe bia. Once akoye bese panic on na have one share your mistake.
If you should tell me say Mahama cannot beat this person. This person has no idea about our economy. This person abon. Na say wa wo say twa ho be ka kire me say nipa we ye far better mental abamfamana. I personally will not vote for that person.
Enti obi so tebe bia ono so betimi form ni opinion say asem bi wo ho free politicians are no buy enso so ha yen.
Okay. See, then NPP party ejuma ne so. Ejuma we ka senso because people also felt like say MPP no mo regional chairman wo munya platform ne so and sembia na wo mu aka say pie free woman the arrogance the disrespect and everything no kame akwa say na ye too much.
Ejuma bia na koye nipa su obi ho ani su no okay
so bad disrespect am
yes sir unze you can esua and just a party na ahye so nkoye sa ade no
okay ono ani suban no
okay bra Omanpenyini Mills ebu man no a one Omanpenyini Mahama ebu man no a the okofa NDC buy no His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings the late o say really NDC no akoye babies with sharp teeth. So what is asem no?
Yeah.
Oka ba ko beka 5,000. And then na Ghana for Azadia kunya na mo.
Ye free the course so that time ni nyina.
Enti no baby American si nyina ne say we may have some individuals in a political party. Ebi an star no kasakra uti hia obi ho. Oni wo di nkomo pa bia na ni agye wona komam but you may think say ne ra ho okay obi kasa soro obi kasa boko obi kasa tietiem obi nkasa kra obi di ni ti odi obi kasa obi hu na odi ni ti jeso a ye be kasa omu ade otiemu a ye be kasa omu ade o kasa ketwa bia ade na wan kasa kese enti media me say ye mani nyina mbo mu nyini. There is a committee in place. Once we NPP ni, she will corner na wo. Ofu says so dear the course. You can also solve the problem in your own small way. Because still Ghana for EPE, the new patriotic party.
I'm going to say in 2028, Ghanaians are going to vote and then support the new patriotic party.
Share someone NDC for Kaya. Then they wear Doja, Omanpenyini so the 60 ministers. Yes, I say 60 ministers no wait media ba. But when we say we cram on some newspaper working Kaya say information ministry no ya peja e dia call presidency.
Say ano keka bi bubo mu said
you know yeah keka bi bom na obi won so e say man here presidential staffer say nko ye minister pa o say ye nko sha enti ni nyina mu no say omampanyin Mahama yi ne ministers ni wi am praying say be 60 me mpese asembeto no na me mpese bia waka 60 no akwa 61 62 bia me MPP ni ti me say onko ye sa na menya kwan nkasa no ayo man chechire ye Ghana ye ya ye nyina na ye ti
yes yeah
dia me penny say enye 60 eye 60 wi a omo a o appoint you omo nyina ne presidential staffers ni ade nyina no ye be hwe number no ye be kan nyina abom ye be hwe akatua
omo nyina
ko ba bia ni ahwe na na ado danko akufuado ni 82 na odi wie ye no ono so kan nyina abom akatua na omo so ye den eji na ya hwe say the two political parties why they drain your mind office in terms of appointment yes all do one no can say minister 60 or yeah minister 60 no na no ano ye be do so mu ni ahwe the way an manisiko okay ye nyina person protected the public peace his excellency na nado danko akufuado ye ne de I think uhwe mampanyin na nado a ono mampanyin kofo ye adwuma no otimi ye board ka say me manya ketuada ohwe ni nua the former finance minister ono so anya ketuada okay pasoti baby now say ni nua no nti say wonim de mampanyin Mahama apa on say ni executive secretary ni nua o Callistus Mahama mampanyin Mahama no ani nua so na executive secretary they said na nanado e ofase eye Asante Bedi etu eye executive secretary and this for no bin si da adene yesa wo busuani na kohye ho enne omampanyin Mahama ni nua ankasa ono na executive secretary so what I say okatu ni nyina mentu ase me I will not begrudge him oye Ghana ni adwuma na woso obi ye.
And if he deserves the position now, the man there's no problem.
But my problem ni say, obi the man wo fase. You spoke
complained,
against it.
so why you do the same thing?
Oh, the same thing. And just papa ni ntimi nya adwuma no. Obetimi aye no ye.
Okay. Henry, the graph say me nchiawo. And for manager say comment section na say dia and some of the graph touch road die gu honom no ebusuan ya asam kete o se Henry say go nim pa say wona wo ba anka de oye nyina ko bejai no aba betina hanum say na ko de weyiyi ano ba kumienu miensa nkasa wo se say de Henry one pa brother 2024 ye nya nto aba say na wo ho odin si fatie say na de wo de back to back no say na betina he de ka akwa say be ma ye mre be ma ba fomba na ye hwe ni ma say kadari be ba be ka ye ho e wa hanim say na ya hye ye topics na say ba wonya ma ye de me be say ye be kona ya hye ye topics in various discussions no ye sha say sisi ano President John Dramani Mahama what they ensemble ababonten a we no okache eya asofofo no wose wosoro mu nyina ye papa say na mebo ye a wo ba bebu bibi biara beto chima wo ho bia se bia se do hwasa no wonim se na chi achia wo a wugina nchen na abe direct no inti no asofofo a wokrom ha the moment a be hu se esabia wo no John Dramani Mahama wo twa no eya achima eya to chima kakra no na wa correct no na wa tia no na eja waba in line sasem we hu ne say
enu aba mesa da wasibim
okay
na makache the graft say enum bia ne nasa
okay
untimi nko na yenkobo kiti awon sa high life
okay
ena entimi mase ye bo high life na wo sa asafofro and how are sorry them cry ye praises or how I will be see a movie and I ye worshiper or how I will be see a movie
okay
if you come na yedi saying MPP is equal so this is the way to go
okay
next time we catch baby obi a on fa drop in omra e bia ni nua ba ko ntimi ama omra na ometena se na ye ni nkomo.
Okay.
You see, say a statement from a president. Omampanyini Mahama o say so hu say bibi e to chema ti amena so na ka kire me. I think that is the way to go.
Perfect one.
That is the way to go. That is only if the person will walk the talk. I say unim baby a free buyer, baby a wo kon wan ya unkodru.
Yeah.
Sa asem ya omampanyina kan. Me gidi say o generalize no. Ebia enya asofo nko akra. Imamufo timamufo ne ministers kra no waka bi a kire wo mo. Se o mo na brapa edi. Early days yet say enema bi o ho a ye be criticizing no that much. Ba so man panyini asesan free enema bi ho a me kamani beje. So a kire wo say akonya no tena so na wo tie kire probably wasua ni mafofo bi.
Yeah.
Sa na nka brabo e wo say echo. Ba me nua bi say me remind you man panyini. Say ebra na before 2016 elections or winning 2012 elections, you know. Man penny ka say my money appointee bia and accept a gift. The emphasis is on accepting gift. Yeah, call ye nimu you say will be the 4th expedition. Burkina baby, a friend Kanazori, or the 4th expedition, abeche oman penyini. Ain't you? Oman penyini say, men gift. Even said do Christmas grab parcel, don't accept it because oye penyini, it could influence your decision. Okay, but oman penyini accept gift. I have 4th expedition from Kanazori. Ah, you're working a bee. It is obi ti baby no kasende. Mampanyini asa ka asem foforo se me chia montene mea. Na sa kai me say o mampanyini told Ghanaians say you can't criticize my government. So won tena akunwa ni bisoda.
Tienne na asofo no montene akunwa no.
Woni mampanyini da.
Inti no me saka chirem.
You see
why I was saying probably whatever that happened the brand wo ye mampani no e dey was sunya ne lesson
eno na make say eno make say early days. So
we no oye kroko the job.
I wouldn't say that. Me say say koba say o work the talker me mani beje ebema gidie aba politicians mu the more.
Okay.
So what you say? Yeah. Mami another instance. Ebra na asante mai. Yesi ye ho kire yen. Ya kwanye. Omampanyini ne NDC forces sa amfidie gu kamu. Menim oti wo constituency ben.
Me wo baby loyal Subin constituency.
Okay. Subin crowd because of labor runabout in tea. Car no be chair mu wa. One tid that say NDC 4 day machines a good kamu boy in Ethiopia 2016. Science Ethiopia 2016. Sa no boy ya 2014, 2015, 2016. A boy in Ethiopia sabre na Ghana for kan sembi atre omampanyini. But obunu egu na so. Okay. Okasa wonti obia. Se nen omampanyi betie ye dia, then hallelujah.
Ye de nyame ase.
Ye de nyame ase se omampanyi afedi o se obetie yen. Memo instance baako. Opanyini Honorable Kennedy akompreko wo hene Japan. 2012 or your statement be. Or yes, a statement in NDC 4 years. Asem no waka no, etimi de ntokwa ba. Ye twene sreni abasa. Just a statement.
The voter and
yes.
Okay.
Papa no cry ba bonti me ka say me how can you cry your votarian?
Yeah.
Inti ebe ya den na makoka say obi enko lynch your man as obi enko ye bibi. Or no anase bibi. No, I can't do that. CID friend no, we friend ye de na fa ye de na sene ha. Eno man panyin ko for say ti the statement no say. Why are you using sledgehammer to kill a fly? So what I say, fly I want to know what you're saying. No, I go for hammer poti.
Now they
ko bono. Adia wa ye no. Person just say, on shedanye boni bia. Kennedy no ankasa no. So hia na, baby wo bia no betime nya na. I say Rambo style. Ni asesa soldier fo agu kam ni e de kona dwuma mi e de kona fie. Oye so a member of parliament. O hia no a owo house grana. Who betime akọ 7 letter na bibisa. Omampenyi ko for Kansas unde Omampenyi Mahama ekaye. That I'm not a vice president. We will use bulldozer to kill the fly. We are going to use bulldozer
to kill the fly.
To kill the fly if they need be. So what I say. Omampenyi ko for as a statement o. Watena komani bisoda. Mo kra mo kasa NDC for kasa mo bona baso. Omampenyi ko for de wo ya ade enyema bi ode be ba ye eboa ye mu ye program bi kra na mutimi to won safre no make I said there was something I think say na ye program bi na meals mo ye ankopon fa omampenyi meals kra sie no mo to nkra so omampenyi ko form rebi as a statesman oye so obeko NPP youth ekogu ni fie so mane nko but the man went okoye o se baby what drew no akra oye statement onko no no so di kakra bi a wo ka no onko ka ayo man chechire enye de bia na wo say ye me sometimes we should also consider the wisdom into okoye na semwasi na akra de na no tumbi aka say why are you using a sledgehammer to kill a fly na ubie wano na o ka kire Omampenyi ko for say ye di bulldozer ene be kusa wansena no a sampoa kese wi enti se sampoa wi no Omampenyi na sese afri ho a hallelujah sana ye pe Omampenyi e ba Ashanti region ye ka akwan asem a ne ade oza santima mu se me di gold kura sika akọ kura ye mo akwan a mo enso mo ni da se unimpebu a yenso yati be ase enti saa ne ma we mu no se Omampenyi na sese afri ho a eye so what ya say no nti na me kan wa afidie bi so se until se ebesi me nyi gidie e wo Omampenyi ni emu da bi until se early days se meka se wo waka we nti obedi so because there are several instances that made me ama wa waka nsem wa wani so so then the trust say we di obedi so enti se ye koye ni mu after 2 years Omampenyi is walking the talk afei na made me aka say okay fine anya sa me confide bi so say Bible say dem mo defo so obekọ ahimani mu dan yoma so obekọ panietokrum so wusina pania sa tokru no odi ahoma ebehye mu no say yoma ebe wura sa tokru ni mu no o de compare say odefo be ko heaven Bible kire say odefo de no kra dey more na say it is almost impossible not even almost it is impossible enye yempo enti men so me ka say sabre yi no say ye de menya gidie ewo Omampenyi Mahama mu ne de me enka menya gidie say yoma ebe kopa ne tokrum.
Okay, so for now ne de even though say or chia or sra sofofo ne say wo correct wo ne de wo ni gidie wani
until so watinya ye corrections bi aba Oh, so corrections ne sha say ba na opanyini no ho no okay me na me kan we okay fine ene mo kan mate. There are so many instances.
Okay.
Asofo tufo omampanyini ntie. Then
Imam for tufo said the same thing.
Say no say omampanyini Mahama na ye de na si akonwa na so no say asofo ene Ghana fo ntunefo.
Yeah.
Ena make say sa asem no se ye ntunefo no ontie.
Okay.
Until say watie no say otie dia then yehu say ensesan no ana ye pese ye ka say bia aba no na ye no krese ensesan no aba ampa. So what is it? But ohwe these events mabobo suidia na kire say until say nipa na be ye otherwise no still minijidi wum. Okay,
it was here for Mr. Henry Oye NPP communication team member and or Kasaro or say say John Dramani Mahama says so touchima. As some of our work room hanum say no woman correcting or sure no dear. For now, need the GDA your friend GDA party. Will need 2 years to come. Now ohun said dear John Dramani Mahama. Walk no say one more correcting na wo tie na was a son akwan ni ade dia wo betumi aka say oh the John Dramani Mahama we knew some years ago no was said this is a different person angel for frankasa and no free sure him be mu baba for now ne de numja political or kebi said the be some for wo krom ha wo mo bo mpaye man ni nyina be hu so anya shero the John Dramani Mahama we knew some time ago no was say the next topic for discussion John Dramani Mahama before san wo be mampeni LGBTQ+.
Okay.
Ebeye niema bebre wo krom ha ensem bebre na to the extent say a lot of accusations around the cause say your former president Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Ado show boy on pese wo be sign sa bill no because ebia na oyebi ana say ebia na sika bia wo gifiri ho no ni ade ema John Dramani Mahama eko sha asofofo kra bo se nyame ya adom na so no ne ba LGBTQ+ bill no wo be sign Sam Georgia no so ye ndisi ni wo di muntintima ene ye kasa so de wo ka bi ankasa but this time no Moses Amweni or the same bia babonte say John Dramani Mahama enim na se wonim na wo be ye krokro de John be dada ye bi na LGBTQ+ na kra na ye kire wo school mu na de be wo se de be koso wo krom hanum sei no enya asem keto asem hu so msen
Mara, you see even this the way I would de asem no atudwa no say yes yen comment kra o de yen ka ho hwe ahwefo ne atifo
omo comment ya
omo sitie no omo en comment ya you could clearly see say I say deviation be baby and you are telling me say one penyina can asem bi nti me nkoje o man penyini ni there be so I just say history will always guide us mamema wasem bi DC one oman penyini as former president na onimpefe say 8th parliament every so na 9th parliament na start ya bill bia akobia na yen pass ye no agisi ye na foforo na onim dadawo because we obi anim sem yet omanpanyin ka asese Ghana for to abaman no oba obesan inti o yenhwe no kre wom ene na ada na ewo afei so omanpanyin nim se obi di asem kokota until se court be kasa asem no awie no citizen is above the law.
Yes.
His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo said the asem eko court na wosi odi dwuma bia emra no chichire no say was a court can asem ni wie ansa na o bibia waye ana waka fa ho time to abawi the year 2020 NDC for the court no say easy ne de ne say obe declare o mampanyini ana de we no obe declare na yakoso aye court ka say enne yen krata e bibie da yenim kire say onye mampanyini a that is it onye mampanyini bi say ukọ hye wo ho na ukọ sign document bi na court ka say niema na ewo mu no enye papa e ka amabo nyina mo de mra na ba nyina no besa to ni nyina egu mo sa akoye mra na foforo o mampanyini His Excellency John Dramani Mahama onim dada but when say ye call elections inti o kan say na do sika bi e wo baabi emwa bi abrofe de boa no enti no pese obasan no de obeduru a obesan sisi a omampanyini nsem na koye mienu omampanyini is proposing sa ade na ye say ye nyambra nsem ne fa nko school mu nko kire tie ne yo ade na ye say ye di hinta na ye mpese obi kura bete no se one o makra wo fie na o ma no mu nro mu mpanin fie so a kasa bi wo hokra no a yen kam wo mu nte izo man mpanin ka kire yese senka e wo ye curriculum e na ye kire wo school mu a enka be kwa akoba se obi anim ade ndada nti nke yen ko hye o man mpanin bi ase o onko sign be obi a onim ade ba ko esa ache ade ba ko esa ache ni se abrofo no mo yesa ade no omo pese ye de hye curriculum mu ni ekire omo pese to them otra nipa no be enlightened e wo niam bi ho on se no se o abofra wo fie a cartoons e ma ni nhwe ni nyina se cartoons ni bi kra no omo de ahyehye mu ama usa krana fe na mu developing ti se ohwe na bema ese ne yire ene bema oba ese ni kunu ni oba e wo cartoon ni mu a e be ya part of abofra no the moment aye de be hye ye curriculum se ye be kire no sa LGBTQ hwanhwanfo no ade o mo pese bam wo wiase abam ama mo sa no mo pese eba inti be strema mpanyini mani dwane nko hye sa ade nachi and another way of mpanyini kan say be ono ewu inti and afi so a private till it was a private member bill biwa mpanyini gina simpie so na obo Sam George abasopa o aye forgetting say sabre no na Sam George or the omune deputy education minister era Fojo I mean refini di aka deputy education minister or member of parliament kra omo tena ase ni nipa ni bi tena ase omo omo draft a bill no e dey call presidency no na NDC for gina simpie so no mo bo mabaso sese nkenye omo anka aban no kra nya pepa so obeye sade no enne the reality has dawned on the president. The reality has dawned on NDC. So they are saying, say, Sadiani a private member bill. The constitution says, say, Bibiana, Bill Biana, Mrana, a private member. You can say, Ghana, Sika, a bohobra.
So, Ziziano, or say that bill no, should be sponsored under government.
Yes, it should be a government sponsored bill.
It shouldn't be a private sponsor. But yes. He knew all this all along, and then he still stood on various platforms. And
to say those things are okay. Enuntina, your first discussions are no. Obi sam say me wo gidie wo de o mampanyini kan yemu si da bi. Me ntimi nya gidie wo. Mpo se me nia dance wo ba bia akwa na me di we be ya dance.
Okay.
Namaka say until so man penyinia walk the talk. Me nyagidi. But the beya me dese yesi nipa sesa. E beya me dese nko man penyini be sesa. So what you say? Nanka ade abachi say eniko e say state sponsor yi. Nanka wama state attorney. Ana mpanyinfo a omo ye ho adwuma yeye. Akruchi no man penyini no ankasa dese what the co-parliament.
So say
Nanka parliamentarians
have a conversation on that bill again.
I didn't tell you a conversation. The bill is there. This same bill what's the one near there? The pabonism sika bi free baby ba enti and one person be sign no and then also the inko yibi free men for bi nka ho.
So say no ye 8th parliament egu.
Say 8th parliament no egu a bill no and just yashi document do. I hope you get the discussion. Then share document in your typing before. Even I was soft copy. Now time mom ka so mo transmitting on their presidency no. Na nya say the good papers on their cool. Court crown stop parliament from transmitting the bill to the presidency. I want to be transmitting co presidency. And yet Omampanyini Mahama Bekache say e wonana do akache. Eso ofa pen ni paper na ofa pen no sign. Or print no sign, but only paper so be sadi ninti and I want ye. And she said, no catch say yen san any near money being free mu, near fa be make keka hoa. Then I didn't know only a penity akunyason.
Oh yeah, sir.
O cancer answer no man, ni pani pia, almost a tall mutrim a cotoaba edited the new patriotic party.
Political talk.
And this our political talk on them see was a free ho. There should be nothing like political talk.
But you know, Reverend Fienu, or a Catholic priest.
Okay.
Okache John Dramani Mahama say, only stand when it comes to LGBTQ.
Okay.
And no GDA eweni munso.
Okay.
Into one day was she nim says si anu ababa ye mampenino. Bibi biara also odi gu akwemu bi an won fa san ye mani nyina ngu akwemu. Na wo mun science abe o ne tentem. And John Dramani Mahama ka chen say wate. Obebe kisho say enter so so ifie kunwa no so. Na chese bibia wa sign is abe.
Sure. You see asem you need dance here, you try be there dance. Mampenyi betena kunwa no so mfie 9.
Yeah.
Okay. Last year no mampenyi say bibia nsi na na do ho kwan so obesan. Nti ade no mampenyi ma timelines. Oh, okay, within 120 days. Me hwa me ayi ho adwuma. Because overwhelming majority in parliament.
Yeah.
O de yem fan say MPP for kra na osusu say o de o ka so omo ya NPP for nyintumu a NDC for bro NPP for so bebre. Sada no omo kwa parliament kwa no ombetimi akoche ato. So what you say? Nti e wo sen ka o my timelines. Enkosi ase me frɛ akonwa so no ma ye de onkomra bi mu. No, ensheda mfa sa. Na ye kyerɛkyerɛ. Nti say no sa de be kye na education minister I na edusu. Aba abonten no say ye curriculum no. Yes ade ne de akohyem. Na ya kyerɛkyerɛ wo school my no mampanyin say ye sha ase ye kyerɛ de a on sign. Obi akra man ho so me sign. So you see
this LGBTQ plus bill
Sanko for no very powerful. I am telling you.
It's creating a lot.
Sanko for no very powerful. So what I say? Yeah. Very powerful. Yemfa ye nan si from as Ghanaians. Onyame behwe yen.
Yenye politics in fencing check.
Yes. Onyame obehwe yen. Ma yemfa ye ni ntubroni bi so. Onim so ko US a. Bema. O ware mienu a abomination.
Yeah, nanu adaya yede trapocracy so. Or say I know only 2 genders. That is the female and the male. That's all. Onim any ABIB.
Yes. And I am saying this say oba yen akamemu a and as oba yen local here. Aware mienu ni miensa koso.
Yeah.
So what I say?
Yes,
aware mienu ni miensa koso. Untia amre bia. So also yen the traditional way untia amre bia. Ba ko US whichever way you want it, won't me. We hear about kunu about.
Okay.
And no, almost someone says no. And no, almost someone says no more being to me, you enemy and son. And not the omudi no, okay, about I don't know, dear. I'm over saying, say, or Bani or Banwari, not Beman. No, yeah, saying ye. But if you did chabuani sunko, me, where I ask them, say, we told Ghanaians, you catch a Ghana for say on a political platform, and someone more can no yen idea and whoopers or yet. So say the reality.
And a year face.
Ye face, cocoa boy, ye face reality. Senior high school, some ye face reality. Tertiary, ye face LGBTQ, ye face appointment, crown, ye the big you should be a cheat. Essentially, I can see a 60. Into what said 60, no, not a bem. Okay, so, media a beer. Then Uncle Ponso per se NPP for a dim cuckoo.
Okay.
NDC ba.
Na Ghana for you.
Na Ghana for you who say na nyeti modin bi.
Okay.
Na nya bua payo bi. Na nya ade bia enye bi. Yen experience NDC so na yen hwe. Ni experience NDC ni ese ahokyra na ewom no NPP ne de ba ya. Na omo yiye free sa ahokyre ni mu a. Yen nyina ye bebo yensem e de ama wo mo. Until then, make I say Ghana ye learn your lessons.
Okay, so
the hard way.
Final well. Not just a one former MC for Asokore Mampo, Ali Seidu. The statement will make here say, Ghana for any woman who pass one more to Abano, and my John Dramani Mahama run any yarding.
You see, I don't know what say early days.
Okay.
I don't know Ojina be soon or the Kaye. So what I say, sir, the contest now or the Kaye no. A meto ye table use for discussions.
Okay.
And so me kasa Ghana for enuomo ho a. De metimi aka say ye Ghana ni bi a wan to aba wonu no ho.
Okay.
Ye Ghana ni bi wan ko to aba wonu no ho se wan ko form queue ni bi an ko to aba wonu no ho. En na wo hwe ba bia Honorable Ali Seidu na wo free airban so a na o kasa fa oboase shooting no eho. Sesia me no kase. Enye Honorable Ali Seidu na ese ka. Okura wuti ho enya fidi kese a wote animu a. Ke bia obetimi akase wonu ho kra. But wote fidi kese animu ntimi nka.
Yeah.
So wonu ho mema nto aba ma NDC. But obi otoma no eye possible say ni pakro no. Na nto fo so ma ya mabunu no a. Omo ye campaign ma NDC. MNDC share omo bosse ye wini pemonko Anglo God for omo concession mu na monko ye de mo pe NDC ka kire wo mo no omo akwa omo hwe omo nkwa no ofo so omo busuafo enu omo ho
omo eno de
omo busuafo enu omo ho nipa na ya to ne tuo se obehwe no ama na kosi dien nipa no a oda yare paso no wonu ne ho no for say as some politicians no eka. The politicians are becoming demigods. Nipa ni bi who politicians say I just say nipa ontimi mo nipa apart from say obebo nipa na so we ma de ache asan bibi obetimi aye.
Yeah.
Enti ogina nim no ka che ne say onye sa de we in return for this obeye ene bi mo ahwe omo nkwa. Ene obi ontimi sorry biem ne nkwa na nyina. Say nipa no wonu no ho.
Yes.
No hu na wonu no ho ne say otie de NDC for ka kire no. Osentie de mo journalist bi et say Captain Smart mo kan ye otie ye a wako enne yesi ekuro entutu benu de ya boni tuo no kra no se obenya ne nkwa kra no ne honam ebe ne ya ne yire ne mba ho na ebe kwa aba no abehwe wo mo odam yare mpaso no wonu ne ho wonu ne ho so okoye adwuma ma NDC na okotie sa asem no aduane na ye ready ye bubodin ya bo Pablo din ye so ye minister ya bo Sameja Mfidin ye de ye de CEO amano metete se Basintali ye so onko youth employment agency
yes CEO
ye bubodin no wa woda yare paso no wa ye ka se kwa wo ko ya tutuo
Mahama nimu mpo
onimu edina ye bono ye ntimi mo da so what I say NDC regional secretary or be regional minister Dr.
Frank
what the Frank Denbu
Bibi Hene
amwako hene
Dr. Frank amwako hene
wan twitu an kosi Simon say mensa so ampamu no yentie ni ye
o ye adwuma e de minister
o ye adwuma no ena o man panyini Mahama abɔ ne din sɛ Frank minnim wo
mahu adwuma
wa ye kone kodi regional minister kone koda aban ka mu enti wo babunu na wo so wo fom no you also deserve something enti twɛn na o man panyini sɛ nya o man panyini kra na directly obɛbɔ odin a o man panyini bɛbɔ obi din sɛ si aye chei asawansefo omutia yeye asantema yetia yeye
yes
okay yenya interior minister owura Muntaka hwɛ obi ye MPP ni ebi kura Muntaka hu no boni din obi ye NDC ni onim ne da nzofo say wakoto form na wako Muntaka office wetimi awuram ni certificate bi bia watwa na mo so mo ton form dia security ade na moa wo ho anti wontimi moa no obetimi aboa no Muntaka atwen age na omo ne omo ye adwuma no asanwasefo no obi a opɛ moa bia no se ochina bi ono bo Muntaka nso pese minister bi be na akwan ma na akoye te se you scratch my back I scratch yours so what you say enti no ise minister no me pa akwan wo boaban o no so aka say ene mi nua me so mebu no be se fo bi o so mpe police mu o nti yen hwe na ye moaboa ye ho nye ntokwa nye sekantwe nye se government institutions nadmo na wakọ loke na matutu stadium mochi ha so mo emma bi o mo nsa guo mo ti eno mo kekam okopam ni free ho no unni krata se fa koye adwuma yesro okọ warehouse senior high school for mu nuane na mwakosi sane nyina na mo de ko you pasa
adwen ye papa
so what you say enye sa na wo say koba hyase no na ye toilet tiji o ena nkakra politicians ye din ebe kakra presidents
President Mahama nkasa so ni fie
yes
ena edru honum Mr. Henry me bre no enya ye be making kind messages ni bia eba ye we free Aminu Mohammed also congratulations ena the graft the MC messages e wa hanum say no onwa ena de ni nyina na but so watching it live could flourish charge more the graft now or say I am fra and I or say ya say one no oh the graft had my head rapidly or was it for the bad deeds resulted them not just say a year NPP for more bad deeds no and Emma losing 2024 election also it's happening to you Henry where is the humbleness coming from break the 8 pan here or say asem esi more rekesiye Ade papa bay not just say ade papa be no honoma NPP government nearby and 1 year. So when did NPP use party constitution? Now Henry is talking about their constitution. A year in some CCTV or see the graphs and or a lot of laughing emoji. Aba begu a honum fantastic lady. But see, you people should cancel the delegate system. So and the graph to say it will help. Fantastic lady. Or see, no care, no vote for 2028. Akosia Morgan. Or see the graphs. You want to join the panel members and now. The graph say arrogance and disrespect was their downfall. Not just say obeso just say arrogance and disrespect. NMA a year NPP amanyokono. Womu lose ye. And when Henry now oka say nanaro dan kwekufuado you see 82 ministers no. The graph semen control say entro pani 120 ministers in Bomuno. And or 5.
Can't say no first term, second term no dey 80 something.
Oh yes, the first term was 82, second term na name say
$80 something. Yeah. First time I know.
The graph just a comment section. How say that? What you want afa? Or say MPP propaganda. Ebrana woka say woman the cars ebesisi wana na woman boy yenti obiano. Or say MPP mo propaganda. The guys, I see Henry, stop that propaganda. That issue wasn't recent case. Stop politicizing Obuasi issue or say Obuasi issue no. Emano and your politics. In fact, the guys, that's papa. Every year sorry to final words near futua. What about to Jarobet me amana call?
Yeah, koide. Na me den cha kese wow colleague bako.
Okay.
Oh. Ashefem.
Okay.
Abena Drew Wadu Abuatin. Chia ne pa oye news ho. Na me de call Hembel Educational Complex. It's our school ho no. Omo internet inti staff no ABC omo pon yi omo hwe in live. E wo nti Hembel Educational Complex teachers ene mo fra mo ko school ho ne kofare ba ye chia party for minim say 2028 ye adwuma no eya the ye no as flag bearer e de ye be ko aheman no mu ye de ye no as flag bearer ye be ni bia as flag bearer ye adwuma ya
mo be wi 2028
the air shase ba na Ghana for bo shase efu but LEDs emma ye homre kakra but yensa mompa ye panso ma omampanyini Mahama isan se oye Ghana nyina amampanyini se oye na oye ni ya eso mfaso no ye nyina na e koma yen wo mu se mini gidie wo ne mu de but ye bompa ye manua dachi bi no ebeye.
Okay, Henry meda wasiye papa. Ebusia for ha na mbrema ye kwan na chese dwumedie ye di esimo amohwe no Friends of Ken TV, mo amohwe Kumasi Online TV, Enitek TV. Meda munyina si production crew no, meda obi biara si ama ole ene di newspaper review no. Eba ye saso na Brante Pako Joma no na MC honom ema ye executive producer eye Mr. Daniel Yeboa ena baby biara so awofadanso e wonso no. Me wojide se nyame adoma Monday obeba be kayensa e wa hanum se me ametene dwam e de dwumadi esu beso mu medin ene nana ya sa o makram nyame adoma ye be sanso edi ehia. Have a wonderful weekend.